Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Resident Evil 6. I am dead again. Let's get back into the fight. Turns out one of my weapons has the ability to switch rounds. I don't know how to do it though. So that is going to cause trouble. So we have this gun. On this gun, grenade launcher, this button, this button, this button, this. Acid rounds, nitrogen rounds, and Y. There we go. So you have to hold the left trigger, then hit Y to switch rounds on this gun. Did not know that. So, with the acid rounds that I've been collecting for this entire section, I suppose, I can now do some real damage to this guy. We are really near the end of the game. Just look at that section. I'm aiming for it, but his arm's in the way. Bullets aren't doing much. Let's try this nitrogen. Let's see, nitrogen rounds aren't really doing anything either. This isn't working. It's certainly doing damage to him, it's just not doing the right damage. So now I need to get up here and do this with the knife. And that's like the first half of this. Alright, let's get back to acid rounds. Up here. Couple more. Different sections, different guns. I'm not doing really great here. Where those bullets come from? Let's run out of here and eat one of our Tic Tacs. Oh, this guy is wrecking me. Out of guns. I need help. And I didn't get the help. So I'm dead again. So it's a weird combination here. Let's see if we can skip this. Nope. You're gonna have to run around and get bullets. You're gonna have to shoot them with my gun.
Try to stay in control.
And guess we'll start with the shotgun shells. Did I collect everything? I think I did, but like the game is implying I did. Not seeing any more boxes. And if this was just a timing thing and I had to stay alive for a certain time, that'd be nice. Just wait till this guy gets down on the ground where we can hit him. That guns was done. So this now. Start loading.
Our pressure is reduced.
Come on. Is this working? This doesn't feel like it's working. Do I have something else that can shoot bullets?
Please wait, our pressure is reduced.
Come on, give me something to shoot. This doesn't help. See, all he's doing is killing me. Not giving me a chance. So maybe I should just use all my bullets and hope that's enough damage once it realizes I'm out of bullets to let me win. So, not playing a strategy here, just trying to do a massive amount of damage. I'm out of those. I'm out. bullets again. Out of bullets. Out of bullets. Totally out of bullets. Like,
He just keeps coming back. We have to kill him when he's in his cocoon.
it doesn't seem like these explosions really help or do any damage. Gotta get out of here. Well, maybe we will just spend an hour here. Maybe we will. Because we've gotta, with the minimum amount of
Try to
bullets,
stay in control.
get him down. That's that one.
Our pressure is reduced.
Alright. So we need him in the ground.
Now's our chance. Fire!
Alright.
Our pressure is reduced.
Find the gun with bullets. We need every shot to count. Or sort of. So this gun is no use right now. Which leaves just a handgun. The handgun has to hit the two sides of him.
Our pressure is reduced.
Pressure is never reduced. I'm out of bullets. Really? Did the door open? No. Switch.
Our pressure is reduced.
Am I hitting it at all? Help me. Help me, help me, help me. And I have to do that a third time.
Depressurization process is almost complete.
Now it's almost complete, sure. Yeah, I really believe that it's gonna complete. Let's take this. I'll take that. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I've got nothing. Assault shotgun has 3 shots in it. And there's nothing else that's giving me bullets. That's one. Come down here.
Depressurization process is almost complete.
Alright, now it's just knife. Time for the knife. Alright, now quickly. Do this. Quick. Get it. Checkpointing. We at least made it to a checkpoint. I've got to crawl this way and not die. While he's doing this, let's see if I can team kill while dying. Hit that thing. I do not want to miss this quick time event. No way do I want to miss this. I have to go through all that garbage again. Wow. From death to co-op death. Stupid game.
Here's. Come on, just stay with me. You're gonna be okay.
Laggy, stupid game.
Captain! I did it. For the BSAA. For the future.
I know. You did a real good thing.
So this was pretty predictable that we weren't
As
going
long
to.
as you...
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they weren't going to replace Chris Redfield with a new character. Probably. I mean, it would be silly reasons, like you didn't want to have the same voice actor or something if you were going to do something like that. It's not a terrible thought to play as a character that does have special abilities, but then that's not very much of a zombie survival game if you too are a zombie and stronger than most. See, right there, I would... Well, a little surprised he didn't just grab the door and lock it on.
Warning. Facilities infrastructure compromised. Unable to withstand water pressure. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
So, run sequence. I have no bullets. Let's say it one more time. So I have to stand back so he can open those doors.
Unable to withstand water pressure. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
Let's see, I think I'm playing the game as it's showing the cutscenes. These guys are in the way.
Facilities infrastructure compromised.
But you just run past them.
Water pressure.
See, I'm still
All
controlling it.
personnel, please evacuate immediately.
It's really ridiculous that we've gone 5 chapters and had this grenade launcher for at least 4 of them.
Facilities
And it never really explained that I could switch ammo. So I've been holding on to ammo forever. And it still wasn't enough ammo to beat the boss. It wasn't the right type of ammo in particular.
Damn it. Just go! No. You're gonna be okay. We're almost there.
Really? Seriously? You're not gonna be okay. Unless Jake's blood or touch immediately cures these things. The trauma on his body changing.
We'll be out of here in no time.
Would probably kill him.
Come on. Got it. Here we go, Pierce. We're getting out of here.
So they wanted to do it a little dramatically.
Pierce! No, don't do this!
Open the door!
God damn it! Listen to me! We can still both get out of here! There's still time! What are you doing? No, Pierce! Don't! You can still make it out! God damn it, Pierce!
So the bromance concludes.
Pierce! Open the goddamn door! That's an order!
They animated the watch on him, and it's huge. Again, scale being off on the It's probably better that he did get left behind, because if he hadn't, then he very well may have just become a lab rat for the BSAA or some other agency. I don't think they have a cure. And so he has to save the day again, electrocuting him. Blowing up the facility. A lot of explosions and shaking happening in the animation. Kind of hard to tell what's going on. Ironically, this is kind of similar to how Resident Evil 4 ended too. I think Resident Evil 5 may have ended somewhat similar, except for you were in the desert of Africa instead of on top of an ocean. So there was a sunny area. It's about the same similarity, the only similarity. North America BSAA. Different divisions of a global anti-bioterrorism organization. I don't think right now in the current political climate we would be able to get multiple countries to fight against even something as bad as zombies. So let's see. That took about 25 minutes to do, and we're sitting here on the credits for a while. It's hard to even remember what happened in Leon's story to run a comparison, and it's going to be almost impossible by the time we're done with Ada's story to have a full memory of it. There was a slight flashback at the very beginning, but not anywhere as bad or redundant as Leon's story. The military style of shooting, running and gunning is not really what Resident Evil is about, and that was the problem with the RE5, in particular is it would have been a perfectly fine military shooter game with zombies if they just hadn't called it RE, Resident Evil 5. They could have even called it Resident Evil spin-offs, something. Of course, the most recent one of those has been Resident Evil Mercenaries, which was awful. In fact, we do have to remind ourselves that kind of the last 3 or 4 things that have been released under the name of Resident Evil have been awful cheap uses of the brand name to sell, and that does not leave me in a good place as far as Resident Evil 7. I still am very, very disbelieving. I feel like they're building up hype and showing trailers, and they've learned from the PT playable teaser, and they used a lot of tricks from that, but at the end of the day, I don't know if this game is going to be good, particularly since Resident Evil 6 here is so bad. Throughout the whole 5 chapters, we were out of bullets. We ran out of bullets completely at one point, or at least we thought we did, until we found out that the grenade launcher had 3 other styles of bullets that sort of helped, but still didn't really help. I would much have preferred that Resident Evil 6 starred Leon. Helena is a fine enough companion, but I would have preferred it to be a single player only instance. This whole online co-op play idea does not work for Resident Evil games. It doesn't work for most games. We've kind of split video games into 2 categories. Either you are a multi-group multiplayer game, or you're a single player multiplayer game. Co-op is not really necessary nor welcome. Like, so if you're gonna play Call of Duty, you're gonna get 4 of your friends together, you're gonna make a team, 4 or 5, whatever, how many ever your team can be in Call of Duty or games like that. That's your multi-person player. Or maybe you're doing a full guild on something like World of Warcraft, where you may have 20-30 people on your team. Or you're going to play a solo mission, and you don't need a co-op partner. Particularly in a survival horror game, which is what Resident Evil started off as, and kind of has to be. If it's not going to be that, then you can't use that already established name. That's the problem. And they keep trying to use the established name to make a different style of game, and it's not working. I don't think, like I was saying, co-op games don't work at all. I can't think of a single co-op game with just 2 players that has been successful in years. Even GoldenEye 64, how many people could you play against there? 4-player split screen. Mario Kart, how many people can you have on that? 16-player local co-op, or local versus is what that would be. So yeah, just 2 players doesn't make a lot of sense. You have to start thinking about games like maybe Army of 2, Kane and Lynch. Those games, in fact, might have been very close to the release of RE6, actually. But you're talking 4 or 5 years at least that anybody has done just 2 players. If you can do 2 players, you can do almost an infinite number of players. And that makes more sense than... but it doesn't make sense in Resident Evil. The story here was kind of ridiculous, kind of dumb, not a lot happened. Chris's personality changed a lot here. We didn't get any wrap-up about him having a conversation with the Wesker's son, so that whole section got left out. So either we're going to see it after the credits or in his story, in Jake's story. We didn't see a reveal that there's an evil Ada and a good Ada. Not a big issue there, because I assume they're going to have us play this. It almost feels like at some point they were thinking about making this game so that there would be 8 characters on the screen working as a team. that kind of makes some sense on the story then, because if it was Leon, Helena, Jake, and Emily, or whatever her name is, and Ada, and all of them grouped up together in certain sections or throughout most of the game, then it would be more realistic taking out these giant BOWs. It would explain why the story's split into 4 different characters. They could also certainly have gone the other way with it and had us play as different characters at different points. So we start off as Leon, then we move on to Wesker's son, and then we move on to Helena, and that would also work too. They just do a very cinematic, artistic fade to black at one point, and then, but the story would get pretty confusing with that many characters. You'd have to narrow it down to 3, maybe 4 at most characters, with one of them doing most of the story, because you'd be jumping back and having to remember a bunch of stuff that had happened previously. Not very good though. Not terrible. The final battle was awful, certainly, but the only thing that was really awful is just inconsistent. Every single room we walked into. Let's just go ahead and skip this. Every single room we walked into, we were disappointed. And those Cthulhu-like fish monsters that we were fighting on the ship were ridiculous. They should have used the Yagos more. That seemed realistic. So he's back to the same place that he got kicked out of, eating a steak in the exact same clothing as before. Or maybe this is a flashback to when they first met.
We've received new orders.
All right. Better get to it then.
Yes, sir.
Did he pay for that steak? So Chris Redfield is just left to show up in Resident Evil 7 or 8 or any of the others, and he probably won't, but I wouldn't be surprised. Accuracy went up to 67.8%, so we finally got it up high enough, probably by using explosive rounds. Said farewell to your partner, recovered from dying, beat the game after entering the dying state at least 5 times, killed an enemy with a physical attack, tripped on a running enemy, saved Sherry and Jake, escaped from the giant BOW. That's the end of chapter 5. Saving content. Please don't turn off your computer. Save successful. So, let's see. Records is, I guess, a good place to do it. Theoretically, I have only done 5% of the game according to them. I got a bunch of silvers where I went from bronze to 2 silvers to gold on Leon's story, which kind of sucks. I've been rescued 8 times by a partner. That seems really low. Time saved from dying, none? That doesn't make any sense. Let's see. The 909 bullets we've shot, or times we've used it, I guess is the number of bullets we've shot. So, several weapons. I will say Leon's story had more scenes on it, where Chris's was really just running from point A to point B for most of it. Let's see. I've taken 234 health tablets. Yavo's 284, 280 killed. Apparently there's a Yavo we missed in the middle there, or he's going to show up in the story section later. It seems like there's still a handful of enemies we either haven't killed once at all or haven't seen at all. Snake, we've killed the snake once, for instance, but that's a small snake. That's not the big snake. So, where's the big snake? Simmons. This one. Zombie Dog C. Somewhere in here there probably is that big snake that we fought. But I'd have to know his name, and why would I know any of his names? Here he is. Huziaja. Just made up names that don't even show up in the game. Medals. Let's see. Apparently there's no platinum medals. Or I haven't collected any of them yet. Seems like there's still a handful of things I could have actually done and collected medals. But, oh, there's quite a lot actually. That is way too long a list. Let's now look at the special features and collections, I guess is the right one to start with. This game X over. So, of course we didn't unlock anything new with Leon's, but we did find, I suppose, a decent amount of collectibles, but never all 4 in a chapter. So, we didn't unlock a new model, which I'm not really surprised about that. So, more for Jake and more for Ada to collect, if I was going to collect. It's kind of pointless to even collect all those things and get the 3D models, considering the game doesn't even run smoothly in that instance either. So here's the flashback of December 24th, 2012, and it ends with his whole team getting infected. And then June 27, 2013 is when something happens with Ada but nobody else, and then the president dies on June 27th, 2013. So the next cutscene is this fallen hero, where like Chris Redfield is picked up from the bar. At the same time, Derek enters the stage, Derek Simmons, and then we fight against these mutations and things until June 30th, when we're attacked by the chopper. At the same time, Leon is attacked in the airplane. And these two fights go on during the same time, and we have this conflict. We both chase after Ada, chasing down Ada in the same room, and then Leon versus Chris. It's the exact same cutscene, and then declaration of victory whilst they're taking care of Simmons, and Ada's demise right where the final showdown with Derek Simmons starts. And then the deadly missile while they're taking care of an emergency situation, and then Leon and Chris's conversation both happen at the same time, but you get to see it from a different perspective. Interesting. Life or death, the longest elevator, remote rescue, zombie wasting. So everything is going on at the same time here, but it doesn't really tie into anything. Cocoon hatches and the destruction of the underwater facility, and then here Leon takes out Simmons, and then the close call. What's weird though is the destruction of the facility happens on July 1st, 2013, And then they put a break here for July 1st again, because obviously no time had passed between this scene and this scene, really. But they still needed to put a break on it to just kind of try and keep things synchronized here. So Simmons dies, and after Simmons dies on July 1st, then these two cutscenes happen. And then the endings happen, assumedly whenever. So The War Isn't Over is the name of this one. I really don't think you can do much with Chris. Not when you've got Leon there. I think Leon stole the show in Resident Evil 4, and it needed to just be his series for at least 3 games. And then maybe we get bored of him. Then you can introduce Chris. Then you can bring back other characters from the previous Resident Evils, certainly. But he needed his own trilogy. Much like in the Assassin's Creed 2 series, you had the very well-liked Ezio character instead of the Assassin's Creed 1 game that had Altair, who nobody really liked that much. So I feel like they should have done a similar thing. There, let's see. I still don't think we can do anything here that really matters. We can play the mercenaries, and we may eventually get to that point, but it's not really important right now. We can look at the dog tags we've unlocked. Let's just be kind of quick about it. So we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's going to get harder to see them all because they're all just down the line there when they should be more like this. Symbol. We've got several new symbols, but there really aren't that many to get. And then titles. Seems like we've started to make some major progress. Well, maybe not as much progress as I thought as far as some of these titles. And so then the last thing I want to do is chapter select, and then Chris, and then chapter 5. Chapter 4. And then I want to choose the no hope difficulty. Just for a second. Play as Chris. Play offline. And start the game. I'd hate to play this online, even if the servers were working, which I don't think they are. Because that would be just a horrible experience.
Here's
more lag. This is not where I intended to show up. Wow, did he just die? Well, you can see the no hope mode already throws something new into the game. This was not what I meant to do, though. I meant it to load into a different section. That we'll have to play with that later. Like, I don't even have time. I don't even have time. Let's see. Continue, no. Saving content. Save successful. Play game. Campaign. Chapter select. This. Chapter 5 must have been the right one after all. On no hope. And that chapter in particular, there is no hope. Let's go ahead and skip this, and hopefully this is the right one.
Who the hell has the funding to build something like this?
It's
Alright,
got Neo Umbrella written all over it. Be careful.
no
Knowing
bullets,
them,
no bullets,
there'll
no
be some
bullets.
surprises.
Like
Copy that.
one. This is just all the bullets I had from the game before. So I'm totally messed up. So I wanted to know if these hallways had zombies in them or something. And they don't. We can now see that that is 100% the case. Even on the most difficult level, zombies don't spawn in here. This hallway is completely pointless. It's just an area designed to have a place where you can have a conversation without being attacked, which is fine, I suppose. But let's go ahead and
Captain.
skip this.
Captain, can you pinpoint the location?
Over
They're in some sort of
here.
research bay. We can get there from the lower levels. Let's go get them.
And run this way. And at full health. Nothing attacks me, that's nice. Shadow just comes out of nowhere. Let's see what we pick up here. Skill points. Skill points 100. Those aren't
I
really
want to have a look
changing.
around over there. Captain, give me a hand.
So getting more skill points. And so if I fling him over there, is he immortal now?
Can't get into the air ducts with these blades going.
Or,
See if you can turn them off from up there.
or
Roger that.
will he get shot and die?
Okay.
Roger, I'm going in.
See, I may have just found the section
I'll see what I
Where
find
he
here. Wait for my command.
that did need to be saved, and those sections are
Here,
just taken
I got
out.
another set of blades in the way.
I'm on it. Just give me a minute.
So we saw our character, our companion, get shot many times,
It's off. You're good to go.
and then he would just automatically refill his health. And so he's getting shot up there, and he's hurt, but he just refills. So he mostly is immortal even on the most difficult of levels, just not in that one terrible section. So let's see, can we do this? With all the skills and things, it seems like you can still play the game. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how much damage I did. Almost a full life right there when he explodes. That would drive me crazy. And defense is not going to fix that. Defense is most definitely not going to fix that. Alright, let's travel here. In-game session. Saving content. Okay. So the real question I'd like to ask also is, can you make a new game? Seems like New Game Plus just unlocks, and you must probably have to go into the whole menu to undo it. So I could get critical hit level 2, and nothing else unlocked here. At least it doesn't seem like it. Complete unlocked after all campaigns have been completed. Alright, that might be helpful. Any one of these that are unlocked after all the campaigns have been done might be helpful. But get 800 kills with the crossbow, get 800 kills with the grenade launcher, 1500 kills with machine pistols, 1000 kills, 800 kills with magnums, 1500 kills with handguns, grenades. All of those seem unlikely to be ever done. I guess we could potentially go back to our records and see if maybe we are closer than we think. We would have to be about halfway through on that. Let's see. Weapons. Handguns. Enemies defeated 40, 113. So as far as handguns, I've only done 150. They wanted 1500 kills. No way. No way whatsoever we're going to get that done. Don't even have to bother looking at the other weapons. Let's see. It seems like there might be another bomb that we're going to get. And it doesn't seem like anything else is going to unlock really. Just a couple more guns and that's it. Well, we're gonna end a little early, but just a little. Next time we start Jake and Sherry's story, and depending on who is the first player character, that's who I'll play as. It would be kind of nice if we played as Sherry, but I don't really trust Capcom and a Japanese company to not want to put the guy first. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up playing as Jake. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me further, you can go to my main YouTube page. On the right is a button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.